So this is my review of this Hotpoint TCM580, rather popular, so I hope that those are buying these second hand, which probably a lot of you are thinking of getting. This should be rather helpful to you, especially if you don't know how to use it, although not much to it. It's an 8 kilo condenser dryer, it's got a B class energy rating and a rather simple timer, so it has both, it also has reverse tumbling as well, so to reduce tangling up during drying. So we'll open up the door, and inside the drum we've got this very special patterned wave drum. So the idea is that pockets of air fill up between here, creating basically a cushion of air. So that creates a flow of air better, and therefore it also reduces damaging of clothes. Our filter's also here. This filter is rubbish design in my opinion, largely because even while it does collect the lint, what tends to happen is most of it actually ends up down here, actually below the filter. I've already cleaned that, and in the space of around 10 loads it's already filled up. So that also means you're going to be cleaning the condenser, or the heat exchanger as it's actually properly known as, regularly. Right, people will also note down here there's a large hole. That's it's snapped off, but it doesn't affect the use because this area sucks in air to cool down the condenser, so it's just basically sucking air from off the floor. This condenser needs cleaning once a month. There's even a reminder there that actually tells you how to remove it. Just needs to shower it through. I've got a video on that soon coming up. So on the tank here we've got our list of times for drying. So we've got standard cotton high heat 1 to 2 kilo. Standard cotton dry is a cupboard dry, and this is actually what they're all in. They're in cupboard dry. Well, this is in cupboard dry mode, and this is between iron dry and cupboard dry. So we've got cupboard dry 1 kilo to 2 kilo for 30 to 55 minutes, 3 to 4 kilo 55 to 80 minutes, 5 to 6 kilo 80 minutes to 120 minutes, and 7 to 8 kilo 120 to 150 minutes. So if you're drying a full 8 kilo, pre-spun at 1000 RPM, because this is what we're based on, you'll have to put it on for 150 minutes to get at least cupboard dry. We've also got synthetics. You need to select low heat when doing synthetics or nylon and stuff like that. 1 kilo should take 40 to 50 minutes. Now this says in the manual for reduced spin. Reduced spin is about 600 RPM, but your Hotpoint or Indesit will do 800 RPM on the synthetics, so you're going to have to put it for a little bit less time, probably about 5 minutes less than what's stated on these. Same goes for the acrylics as well. Again, it's for 600 RPM, but most of these are for 800 RPM. The Hotpoint's Indesit still spin 800 RPM anyway. So we've got a low heat and high heat button. When it's pushed in like this, I'll just show you. So it protrudes out slightly when it's like that, that's high heat. When it's out all the way like that, that means low heat. We've got a 160 minute timer. So if you're selecting, if you're putting an 8 kilo in and you want it extra dry, just select it 160 minutes. I know it seems a long time, but it's actually quite short actually in today's standards. And then we've got an empty water bottle light here. That will light when the float switch, when it basically can't. We've got an empty water light here, and that will light when the water tank is full. So it's not recommended, as sometimes it can jam on, so try and avoid it as much as possible. And then we've got our start button down here, and you'll notice that buzz. that buzz will happen every single time. It's normal, don't worry about it. In fact, you need that buzz. If it doesn't buzz, it's usually broken. So actually, yeah, don't worry about it. It's actually in good working operation. So before I start and demonstrate our load to you, I'm going to take out this tank. So this tank is full of water. What you're best doing is grabbing the tank there, then putting a hand underneath here. You want to do that. If you just hold it, like that, there, you'll like that, you're going to end up snapping this off, which is what happens quite a lot on these. So you want to hold it there when carrying the tank to go and empty it. Also, I'm just going to hold the tank by its body, since we can do that, it's strong enough. We've got about half the tank. It's done about 3 1-hour loads. So even with a full load, you're probably going to fill up no more than about there anyway. But I'd say empty it every time near enough, even if it's only got like a quarter in. I suppose if it's only got a little drop in, don't worry, but if it's got about a quarter in, empty it. We're going to empty this first. Let's put back. When we put it back in, you just need to put it through that hole, and that's it. There's no real locating lugs or anything like that, just shove it in. Once it goes all the way back, and make sure it is flush as well, otherwise it's not going to drain in properly. If it's out, it will simply dump the water into the container box, and that'll just leak straight back down, and you'll eventually just chuck the empty water like anyway. Stop the machine. So make sure that's always in before you start the cycle. Right, so we're going to open the door, load up with our baby laundry. Now this has been pre-spun at 800 RPM. Minimum spin speed should be done at 400 RPM, though you should be spinning these as fast as possible in your washing machine, ideally, to get the best energy efficiency. The faster it's spun, the less time it will take to dry. This is going to take quite a bit to dry, even though it's going to be about half a load. So we've got about half a load there. So we're going to read off 4 kilo here. That's at 80 minutes for 1000 RPM. That's 80 minutes at 1000 RPM. So really, we're going to select around 95 minutes. So there's 100. Now these, each step is 2.5 minutes. So once we go 1, 2, 1, 2, that's 95 minutes there roughly. So just hit start. So I'll notice there when I hit start there was no buzz. You don't get it every single time. Well, it starts the first time anyway. And so hopefully they should be roughly fully dried by the time we come back without excessively drying them. Anyway, now we're done. The tank's quite warm because of course the water's all warm. We're going to take that out. And we've got a third of the tank, so we're going to empty that out. We're going to open the door. And take a filter out. That back in. And now let's see how dry our load is. So that's dry. Looks like all these are pretty much dry. And because we've done like half the load, they're pretty much crease free. They're also spun bitlets, so anyway. But yeah, everything's coming out crease free and perfectly dry. Not over dried. Actually, if anything, it could have done probably like 10 minutes less anyway. If you do a full load, it could come out with more creases, but honestly, like, the machine is what it is. It's a basic condenser dryer, a bit more pricier than Hoover's, even though they have sensor drying, but they normally don't work very well in comparison. So this is a lot better. It also runs smoother, quieter, it's easier to maintain, unlike the Hoovers and Hoover condensers and candy condensers where the tank's at the bottom, you have to remove the plate all the time, put the plate back and it's a faff. And just build quality is not too bad. Obviously there are brands out there with better quality, but overall it is actually an honest dryer. The only downside with this is that the thermostat blew, so we've changed the whole heater. And that was caused by lack of not cleaning the condenser, so it was more of a user error fault. So they're looked after, they're pretty much fine, one-shot stats. So other than that, what am I going to give this out of 10? 8 out of 10. It's more honest. Right, I'll see you again soon.